Ford just dropped something so powerful it's forcing the entire auto industry to pay attention. And it's called Godzilla. This is not just another engine announcement, this is a statement. Because what Ford has built here isn't just about horsepower, it's about redefining what a modern V8 can be. When most people think of Ford Motor Company, they picture stylish trucks, muscle cars, and everyday vehicles. But what often gets overlooked is this. Ford has a deep history of building some of the most legendary engines ever made. And now they've taken everything they've learned and turned it into something bigger, stronger, and smarter than ever before. The Godzilla engine is not your typical V8. This thing is massive in displacement, brutal in power delivery, and built to dominate under pressure. The kind of engine that doesn't just move a vehicle, it commands it. But here's where things get interesting. This engine isn't just about raw strength. Ford didn't just build a monster, they engineered it to be intelligent. Underneath all that power is a system designed to maximize every drop of fuel. With advanced fuel injection technology, the engine precisely controls how fuel is delivered and burned. That means more power when you need it, and less waste when you don't. So instead of being just loud and aggressive, it's also efficient and refined. And that's a big deal. Because for years, high-performance engines were locked behind expensive sports cars and luxury vehicles. If you wanted serious power, you had to pay serious money. Ford is changing that. By putting this engine into trucks, vans, and performance vehicles, they're making high-end power more accessible than ever before. They're breaking the idea that performance is only for a select few. And that shift alone is enough to shake the market, because now, everyday drivers can experience something that used to be reserved for elite machines. And this is just the beginning. What Ford has done here isn't just about building a powerful engine. It's about setting a new standard that others now have to chase. But the real impact of Godzilla goes far beyond what you feel behind the wheel. Because what Ford has created here is not just power, it's a blueprint for the future. Even though this is a gasoline engine, the engineering behind it is shaping what comes next, including electric vehicles. The way this engine delivers power, manages efficiency, and maintains reliability under stress. Those same principles apply directly to EV technology. Think about it. To build an engine like this, engineers had to fine-tune how power is delivered at every moment. They had to make it responsive, smooth, and consistent, no matter the load. That exact level of precision is what electric motors need to feel fast and controlled. And it doesn't stop there. The strategies used to improve fuel efficiency, getting more output from less input, can be translated into better energy usage in electric vehicles. That means longer range, better performance, and more practical EVs for everyday drivers. So even though Godzilla runs on gasoline, its influence reaches much further. This is where things start to shift. Because instead of seeing combustion and electrification as rivals, Ford is using one to improve the other. They're taking everything learned from pushing a V8 to its limits and applying it to the next generation of mobility. And that changes the conversation. Now it's not about old versus new, it's about combining strengths. At the same time, Godzilla is challenging something else, long-held assumptions. For years, many believed that traditional pushrod V8 engines had reached their peak, that they couldn't evolve much further in a world driven by technology and efficiency. Ford just proved that wrong. By refining the design, improving combustion, and integrating modern control systems, they've taken a classic engine layout and pushed it into a completely new league. More power, better efficiency, greater reliability. That raises the bar for everyone, because now competitors can't just rely on old ideas. They have to innovate. They have to rethink what's possible. And when that happens, the entire industry moves forward. Not slowly, but fast. And once that momentum starts, there's no going back. And this is where Godzilla becomes more than just an engine. It becomes a turning point. Because what Ford has done here is force the entire industry to rethink its limits. For a long time, performance was measured in simple terms. More horsepower, more torque, bigger numbers. But Godzilla changes that. It shows that true performance is not just about how much power you make. It's about how effectively you use it. This engine delivers strength, but it also delivers control. It's built to handle stress, to last longer, and to perform consistently in real-world conditions, not just on paper. And that matters, because drivers don't just want speed. They want confidence. They want something that feels solid, reliable, and ready every single time they turn the key. That's exactly what this engine represents. It blends old-school muscle with modern precision. The raw, aggressive character people love, combined with the intelligence of today's engineering. And that combination is rare. It creates an experience that feels powerful but also refined, strong but also dependable. And when something like that hits the market, it doesn't go unnoticed. Other manufacturers are watching closely, because now the expectations have changed. It's no longer enough to just build something fast. It has to be efficient, it has to be durable, it has to be smart. Godzilla raises all of those standards at once, and that creates pressure. Pressure to innovate, pressure to improve, pressure to keep up. Because if one company proves something is possible, everyone else has to respond. That's how real progress happens. One breakthrough leads to another. One innovation sparks the next. And suddenly the entire industry starts moving faster. Better engines, better technology, better vehicles for everyone. That's the ripple effect. And Ford didn't just participate in that shift, they triggered it. With Godzilla, they've shown that even in a rapidly changing world, there's still room to push boundaries, to challenge expectations, and to build something that truly stands out. Something that doesn't just follow the future, but helps shape it. And in the end, Godzilla is not just about power, it's about purpose. Because what Ford has built here is more than an engine. It's a message that innovation doesn't come from following trends. It comes from redefining them. At a time when the world is rapidly shifting toward electrification, many believe the internal combustion engine was reaching its final chapter, that its role would slowly fade away. But this changes that narrative. Godzilla proves there is still room to evolve, still room to improve, still room to push limits in ways people didn't expect. It shows that tradition and modern technology don't have to compete, they can work together. And that's what makes this engine so important. It connects the past with the future, the raw emotion of classic American power, with the precision and intelligence of today's engineering. Every time it runs, it's not just producing power, it's delivering an experience. The sound, the response, the feeling of control. That emotional connection is something no spec sheet can fully capture, and Ford understands that. They didn't just build this engine for numbers, they built it for drivers, for people who want to feel something every time they get behind the wheel. But beyond that, it's also about inspiration, because engines like this don't just move vehicles, they move ideas forward. They push engineers to think bigger, to go further, to challenge what's considered possible, and that impact spreads across companies, across technologies, across the entire industry. Godzilla becomes more than a product, it becomes a benchmark, something others measure themselves against, something that raises expectations for what performance should look like. And that's how legacies are built, not just through power, but through influence. With this engine, Ford Motor Company isn't just keeping up with the future, they're helping define it. And if this is the direction things are heading, one thing is clear. The future of performance isn't slowing down, it's just getting started.